tonight, all week long from Orlando and the MLB Network. In-depth commentary and a documentary coming up on Billy. That should be interesting, on Billy Martin this Thursday at 8 o'clock. DeRosa, you're not old enough to remember Billy Martin. I'm going to have to tell you about him.
Mike,
You're not. I mean, I could tell you 100 Billy stories. Billy, there's nobody even close to like what Billy was now. Not even matter of fact, the stuff he does, no one even not even a shadow of what he was like.
Really?
Yes, okay. There was only one. There was and you can you imagine a guy where the manager was more popular than any of the players? That's how it was sometimes with Billy, where he would come out of the dugout and get a standing ovation. A standing ovation. The fans worshipped him. They worshipped him. It was crazy. I mean, it was, and he was a two-fisted drinker, and and a fighter and everything else, and when he was part of the old Yankees, and he was clutch, and Mickey was his buddy, and all that stuff. I can't wait. It's probably fascinating. I tell you, you could do 10 documentaries on Billy Martin. That's how crazy he was. He was interesting too, and he knew how to manage. Until the end, he really was a heck of a manager. He really was. All right, let's talk about this. Go.
What do you got?
No, let's talk about this, because I know you don't want to talk about that. I'm just doing the promo they asked me to. But tell me about this. The first time you heard Stanton to the Yankees, what was the first reaction you had?
I'm going to be willing to fight Lincoln Tunnel traffic a lot more regularly next year.
So he's that much of an attraction for you?
Oh, yeah, with Judge and Sanchez and Didi. Yeah, this is gigantic. I think right here, sitting at the winter meeting, I want to see what Dave Dombrowski and the Red Sox, how do they pivot off this? Because if any team needed a power hitter in their lineup, it was the Red Sox.
Red Sox needed Stanton. The Yankees didn't. The Red Sox Red Sox really need a big stick. I tell you, they need Miguel Cabrera. I don't think they're going to get him, but that's who they need. But I agree with you. They needed him a lot more than the Yankees did. And I agree with you from that standpoint of looking at the Red Sox reaction. Your reaction, right on. From a business standpoint, from a ticket standpoint, a rating standpoint, it's a no-brainer grand slammer. Now, let me give you, is there in your mind, I get the idea, what about the Yankees as they were growing? Now they're not growing anymore. Now it's all of a sudden they're back to being the big bad Yankees again, and they're about excess and power and money all at once, even before Judge and Sanchez are making the money. Any chance that it's over-accelerating their development?
I don't think so, Mike, because these guys are signed so long-term. Aaron Judge has got 5 more years before he really breaks the bank. Stanton is under contract for the next 8 years. Sanchez, it's the same thing. I mean, you go around. Gleyber Torres is going to come up. You're going to have him for 6 years. I don't think Severino, all the main pieces to this team are there for such an extended period of time. I don't think it accelerated. It definitely accelerated expectations, but I don't think that it puts them in any position where they can't get creative and do different things throughout the course of this winter meetings. I felt like it kind of fell in their lap. I feel like Machados of the world, the Harpers of the world are going to hit the market next year and going to command north of the 325. I mean, you're almost getting them discounted.
Any chance of there being jealousy about the money?
In the clubhouse with the Yankees?
Yeah.
No.
No? Even when some of the guys aren't making a lot of money yet?
Not if he's willing to take them out to dinner every road trip.
How about he's not hitting and they're hitting and a guy's saying, I'm making $1 million, this guy's making, he's got $295, guaranteed.
No, I think your peer, you can't fool your peers. I think everyone knows that Giancarlo is the premier power hitting outfielder in the game. I mean, we lauded on Judge for obvious reasons, the 52 homers as a rookie, but to watch this guy do what he did in Marlins Park, I can't even begin to tell you. Well, I mean, what a lineup, honestly.
Oh, I agree with that. The lineup's tremendous.
If Greg Bird hits,
I think he will.
The way people think he's supposed to, I don't know how you navigate through the middle of that order.
How about right field? Who do you think gets right field, him or Judge?
I think it'll be a rotation. I think you'll see one of them DH, one of them go to left. I don't think they're done yet. I think they're going to have to move some of the surplus.
Well, they have to. Plus, if they want to get under the luxury tax, which they've talked about, we got Cashman coming up after you. We'll see how they do that. They'd have to get somebody to take Ellsbury, which is going to be very hard. And they might even have to deal. Yeah. They might even have to deal Gardy off. He makes $11 million.
It'd be tough to watch if they had to deal Gardy. I mean, he's all those power hitters are. They definitely stir the drink, but it's those grinders that kind of. Set him up. Gardy's been there a long time, born and bred in the Yankee pinstripes. I wouldn't want to get rid of him.
Are you surprised that we're talking with Mark DeRosa? Are you surprised that Giancarlo turned down two teams that have big-time cultures that usually don't get turned down? The Cardinals and the Giants. That neither one could placate him.
No, I think he knew in his mind. If you want to be a star, it's New York, it's L.A., and then maybe a few other. I don't think he used his no trade clause perfectly. I don't fault him one bit.
But players usually love St. Louis, though.
I played in St. Louis for 3 months in 2009. It was an awesome place to play, but. Right. If I have the opportunity to play in New York or St. Louis, I want to play for the Yanks. Same thing with the Giants. I don't think the Giants necessarily – I'm interested to see what they do at the winter meetings because I don't necessarily know what direction they're going in. Do they feel there are a few missing pieces away? I mean, they finished in last place last year. You're asking an awful lot to Stanton to come into that lineup, change the entire dynamic of their lineup, and hit in one of the toughest yards to hit in.
Now, let me give you the converse of it. Marlins gave him away. They got boxed in. If the guy making the trade wasn't named Jeter, he'd be getting, he's getting destroyed. He would really be getting destroyed. How about what's going on from the Marlins standpoint? I mean, they gave the guy away.
I don't know enough. It just seems like everything I read and the people I talk to, that Jeter and his brethren overpaid for the Marlins more than what people thought they were worth, and then is stripping it down. So it's interesting to me. I thought their lineup was nails. I love Realmuto. I love Yelich.
Osuna, Yelich, they're good players. Gordon, they had a really good lineup. They just didn't have any pitching.
Yeah, they did not have any pitching, and I don't know how you were going to – I don't know. I guess he just, in his mind, his vision – let's strip it down to bare bones and let's start over and build something sustainable.
I mean, he's got to be taking heat down there.
Ask.
Yeah, it is, especially when you didn't get a lot for the guy. I mean, the guy had 59 homers last year. They didn't get a lot for him.
And they're going to probably flip Starlin Castro anyway.
I don't think there's any question.
That's who you feel sad for. Here's Starlin Castro. He's done everything the right way in New York. He's been a good Yankee. He's got a ton of good hits. He played well. He adapted to the New York stage.
No question.
He's got to go to Miami and hope he gets flipped to another contender.
It could get worse. You could wind up on the Mets.
The Mets are going to find a way. If their starting pitching stays healthy, they'll find a way.
Yeah.
I like their bullpen. They
need a lot of work right now. A lot of work. They really do. I mean,
you don't like their bullpen with Blevins and Ramos and Familia. And
I'd like one more guy. I need one more guy in the bullpen. Then I'm okay. But their lineup is not good right now.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they give Dom Smith a chance. They're saying they're going to give him a chance.
I don't know if he's an everyday player. And really, let's be honest. Rosario can play okay, but he's probably going to hit 250 his first year. I mean, full year. But that'd be okay. But other than one guy in left field who you hope is healthy, they don't have a whole lot, and Conforto's hurt right now.
That's the big what if. Can he come back from such a devastating injury, at some point in the season and be the guy we saw before he got hurt? That's a tough ask.
Where do you rank Stanton in the majors? He's been injury prone. He's 268 lifetime hitter, hit 280 last year, but had 1,000 OPS, 132 RBIs, 59 homers, great season. We know he's a home run monster. Where do you put him? If you're talking about the best players in baseball, where do you put Stanton? How high up the ladder?
Wow, that's a tough one.
Is he a great player or only a good hitter? Is he a good player or is he a top player or is he just a good hitter?
I think he's made himself into an above-average outfielder with a cannon back there. I just feel, and I know this because I've lived it. He's never experienced having to be on for 162. The Marlins, there's no one at the yard. They're playing the Pirates. It's Tuesday day game. It's tough to find the motivation to go out there. Yeah, you'll do it for the 4 minutes for your 4 at bats. Now you're walking into Yankee Stadium. The place is rocking. They expect a championship. I mean, we're going to see him turned on for 160 games.
I agree with that. That's and a lot of pressure too. If you're not doing well, you get there's a lot of boos and a lot of pressure.
I think he can handle it. I think he can handle it.
You think he's a guy who can handle the pressure? You think he can handle that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We're talking with Mark DeRosa. When Aaron Boone got the job, when you were sitting in the house and talking to your family and friends, how long did you say, "Hey, that could have been me"? I mean, right from the booth right to there. If I had just done the interview right, it could have been me.
I cried. No, Aaron's amazing. I've gotten to know him playing against him. I've gotten to know him just talking to him with the ESPN.
He still said that could have been you. You know you did. I know you did. He said, that could have been me.
I would have loved the opportunity to give that a shot. No
Next
doubt,
time, you're on a wheel now. You know it's coming from guys like you who can do it. You know, you're perfect. You're next in line.
And I agree with. I was listening to a lot of your interview on the phone. He's 100% right. It's about creating open lines of communication. These players know they're talented. They just need to know that their manager has their back, going to put them in positions to be successful.
Can managers be tough on players anymore, or they can't be?
I think 100%. I think if you build a relationship with someone, you can tell them anything because they should know it's coming from a good place.
All right, so you still think a guy can be a disciplinarian as long as he sets up a good relationship beforehand?
Yeah, I don't think you want the guy who's an ultra disciplinarian who's going to belittle you. You know, but
you don't want Vern Rapp or something like that, right? You know, yeah.
But yeah, I 100% think that you're an employee. You are expected to play well in post, and especially in that environment. So there are times you're going to need to be kicked in the rear.
All right. Well, listen, you have to watch Billy Martin because you will get
I will.
You have to watch it. You have to watch it. Well, thanks very much for coming on. Enjoy.
Hey, Mike, from everyone at MLB,
thank you.
Done an amazing job, man. I listened to you my entire childhood.
So thank you. And stay away from that partner of mine. Stay away from my ex-partner. You get in trouble going out with him every night. You know that?
We'll talk Giants another time.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
All right, we'll take a quick break, come back with Brian Cashman right after this.